Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Market Analyst unveils XRP surge to $1,000 is feasible. Okay, let's get into this. I'm skeptical, to say the least. The first thing I'll say when I see these kind of price targets is, what's your time frame, right? Like, what's the time frame that we're talking about this? Because it's okay to say, oh yeah, it's going to $1,000, but, are we talking in 20 years? Because, a lot of us are not really looking to be waiting that kind of length of time to see the return on the investment for that kind of price point. You see what I mean? So my first question will be, what's the time frame? So hopefully we'll get that as the article progresses. But yeah, like $1,000 to me, like, I'm not someone who really pushes for them kind of price targets, because to me, I just think they're very unrealistic if you're looking within, I don't know, let's say 3 to 5 years maybe. I don't really see that kind of price target happening anytime soon. So, I just don't bother really going for these kind of price targets. And, there are some influencers who will say that that's what's going to happen, like next year and stuff like that. Some because they believe it, some because they're trying to make money, whatever. Could be both. But for me, no, I don't really go with this narrative. But let's get into the article. So I am open-minded. So let's get into the article and then we can discuss this further. Crypto market analyst Barry C has provided an extensive explanation why he believes an XRP surge to $1,000 is feasible despite the ambitious nature of the target. While XRP struggles below the $1 mark, market watchers remain optimistic of its potential, projecting eventual price surges to lofty targets. For instance, analyst Charting Guy expects XRP to reach $13. Last November, eGrag predicted XRP to hit $149. However, one of the most audacious price targets XRP has seen in recent times is a $1,000 projection. This prediction implies a monumental leap from its current trading price of 59 cents, signaling a possible 169,391% increase. If realized, XRP's market capitalization would catapult to $55 trillion, eclipsing the value of gold, the largest asset, which currently stands at $15.7 trillion. For context, the entire crypto market cap currently boasts a market cap of $2.54 trillion. Analyst makes case for an XRP rise to $1,000. Due to the ambitious nature of this projection, proponents have summarily dismissed it as impossible. However, in a detailed and thought-provoking analysis, market analyst Barry C laid out a comprehensive case for why XRP could potentially reach the $1,000 value. Barry C drew parallels between the early prices of major cryptocurrencies in 2016 and their subsequent explosive growth, highlighting Bitcoin's rise from $330 to $74,000, Litecoin's jump from $3 to $400, Ethereum's surge from $10 to $3,000, and XRP's own climb from 0.008 cents to $3. He leveraged these examples to show the unpredictable and exponential nature of cryptocurrency valuations, suggesting that current skepticism around XRP's potential to reach $1,000 mirrors past doubts about other cryptocurrencies' growth. His analysis also extended into the future of the cryptocurrency market. Barry C speculates about the next 5 to 10 years, expecting a scenario where more personal and institutional wealth enters the market. With over $400 trillion in personal wealth, quote, on the sidelines, unquote, as he presumes, and an unspecified but presumably significant amount of institutional money yet to be invested in cryptocurrencies, the potential market capital influx is immense. Barry C's argument hinges on the prospect of the crypto market exploding from the current valuation of $2.54 trillion to a much higher market cap. Such an explosion would be possible with the right amount of capital influx. Capital influx from spot ETFs. He cited the success of the spot Bitcoin ETF as a catalyst for future growth, implying that as more crypto ETFs become available, institutional investors will have increased access to and interest in cryptocurrencies, including XRP. For now, asset managers have only shown interest in Ethereum in brackets ETH, but pundits believe the other assets will follow. Some XRP proponents have also called for asset management firms such as BlackRock to launch a spot XRP ETF. Barry C rejects the notion that XRP's failure to reach a $1,000 valuation equates to the stagnation or regression of the entire crypto market. Instead, he posits that such a perspective overlooks the possible evolution of the market and the ongoing developments within Ripple that aim to expand XRP's use and adoption. Critics and skeptics of this prediction have voiced concerns, pointing to the seemingly arbitrary nature of the $1,000 price target and questioning the source of the $400 trillion figure of personal wealth. Despite these criticisms, Barry C maintains that the skepticism mirrors past doubts about cryptocurrency's potential for growth, a skepticism repeatedly proven wrong by the market's history. Okay, so first and foremost, there you have it. It was looking at around a 5 to 10 year length to see this come to fruition. So the thing with that straight away is, okay, you're looking at potentially 10 years to see this. So, and look, from an investor perspective, I'll be honest with you, that's not a bad time frame. It's only why we look at it so negative because we're in crypto and crypto moves a lot faster than the usual like stock market. But if you was looking at that kind of return in the stock market, you'd be waiting longer than 10 years unless you happen to stumble on like the next Amazon or the next Facebook, right? You'd need to get something that was monumental in the way it was going to grow. Because even if you look at Amazon, it took many years for it to take off, right? Like there's many charts I can show you of like Microsoft and things like that. And it took like 10 to 20 years for it to really take off in value in regards to the price in the stocks. So that's not a bad time frame in that regard. But I know a lot of you guys who watch this stuff, you guys are in crypto, you're not looking to wait 10 years anyway. So before we even get into, you know, the actual projection of that price, like I'm assuming a lot of people, when you heard up to 10 years, you're probably not really thinking that, that far ahead anyway. But let's get into the actual projection of the value. I haven't done no maths yet to see if that's even possible, because one of the things that I will say in regards to XRP is, you know, like when people are talking about, oh, well, Bitcoin got to this price and, you know, nobody thought this was going to happen with Bitcoin. It's one of the most common things that I see when people talk about why XRP can't take off. You've got to understand how market caps work, guys. Like there is a way shorter supply of Bitcoin than there is to XRP. There's only, I think, 20 million. Is it like 20 million or 30 million Bitcoin in circulation? So it's a lot easier for it to go higher in price because there's a much lower supply, right? So as the demand increases, there's much less of a supply, making the price go way higher. XRP has a much bigger supply, a much bigger circulating supply than Bitcoin. So even when you start looking at like other cryptocurrencies, it's not really a smart way to look at this. So straight away, I'm a bit like, anybody who knows how crypto works knows that you shouldn't really just be comparing like one crypto to another, because straight away, even the dynamics of the circulating supply are different. So that's going to change what the price projections are going to be from the get-go. So already, like, the logic is kind of flawed in this, to be honest with you. And then even just how he's kind of based this whole theory, like, he's not really said a lot, to be honest with you. Like, this really just sounds like guesstimation to me. Like, he's saying, oh, well, you know, like, an ETF is going to be good for price, and there's people out there with all this wealth who will get into the crypto market. Well, how do you know? right? Like, I'm not saying that it won't happen. Yes, of course, as crypto gets more and more adopted, it's going to happen. But like, how do you know that whole $400 trillion of wealth is all going to go into crypto, right? Like, that wealth can go into numerous things. It could go into property, it could go into art, it could go into stocks. There's numerous other investments. So who's to say that whole $400 trillion that you're talking about is all just suddenly going to go into crypto? Do you see what I'm saying? So people just make these like wild assertions, and speaking like totalities, and it's just like try and be a bit more realistic with what you're saying here. Because you're making it sound that like $400 trillion is eventually guaranteed to go into crypto, which it just isn't the case. You know, and this is why I can see already why he's thinking about these kind of targets, because he's speaking in like absolutes. He's speaking like this type of stuff is like guaranteed, and it's really not. So there's a lot of flaws in this guy's logic, to be honest with you. And yeah, I don't think this is likely, to be honest with you. Even in 10 years, do I think it's possible? As I say, I've not really done the math to see if there's even enough money on the planet to take XRP to $1,000 based on its supply. So I haven't really checked that yet. I'd have to look into that. But to me, even if we was going on this kind of factor, like, do I think that that's going to happen? Like, I don't even think it's likely anyway, even if it is possible. You know, I think it might take even longer than that, potentially. But who knows? Like, I could be wrong with that, because I don't know how things are going to go in the future. I don't know what's going to happen with crypto for sure. So I can definitely acknowledge that even with me saying this is my own like personal perspective. But even if that's possible, like 5 years, I'll put it to you like this way. Do I think that's going to happen in 5 years? Absolutely not. He says between 5 to 10 years. Do I think it's going to happen in 5 years? Absolutely not. No chance, in my opinion. 10 years, okay, I'll have to do the math, see if that's plausible. But even if it is plausible, do I think it's likely? Nah, I'm not so convinced. I'm not going to say it's just completely not possible, because again, I haven't done the math or whatever, but I don't feel like convinced that that is where it would go. But, you know, this is me just kind of shooting from the hip right now. Like, I'm just going straight off of my head. So I'm not really done the full maths to really figure all this out properly. But yeah, man, like, there's a lot of flaws in this anyway. Like, it's not like he's really come with real great points as to why this is a likely scenario. And as I've shown you already, there's a lot of flaws in the things that he's saying. So a lot of this to me just seems like a lot of like hope, really, more than anything. It doesn't really seem like it's based on anything really factual. It's more just like, oh, there's people out there with money, so why wouldn't they put that in crypto? And, you know, Bitcoin got to really high numbers, so why can't XRP? Which both arguments are very flawed, as I've already just pointed out. So to me, if that's your only real explanation that you've got to say as to why it's going to reach that price target, like, even if it did happen, I'm not going to give like the credit to this guy, because that's just a fluke of him saying things and it just happening to turn out to come true. Do you know what I mean? It's like me just guessing the lottery numbers. It's not like I'm some genius because I guessed the lottery numbers. I just happened to get lucky and guess them right. You know, there was no, you know, me breaking down some huge math equation to get what the lottery numbers were going to be. No, I've just took a wild guess. It just happened to turn out to be accurate. Like, that's all this is. He's really just doing guesswork, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not really giving this too much credibility, in my personal opinion. But yeah, we'll see how things go, right? Time will tell. If you guys are still around in 10 years, I mean, to me, with the crypto market, I just look investment long term anyway. Not saying that I expect to, you know, be in all these investments for 10 years, but I hope that I'm around in 10 years time. So I hope that I will still be, you know, having my own interest in crypto in 10 years. And, you know, I'm hoping to see where this actual technology will have taken us in 10 years. So I hope to still be around at that point. Will I still be covering it? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But, you know, time will tell. But that's a long time to wait, right? So I'm sure a lot of you guys who are watching this video probably won't be here in 10 years time if I do make the video, to see where we are in 10 years time and seeing what's happening here. But yeah, I'm waffling on at this point, so I'll leave it there. Oh, and just one other thing I just want to say as well before I go. They were talking about the market cap, right? And, you know, they was talking about how XRP would actually surpass gold for it to reach that kind of market cap, to get to that kind of price. That in of itself shows you how unrealistic this is, to be honest with you. If any crypto's got a chance of surpassing gold's market cap, it's probably going to be Bitcoin. That's just the reality of the matter. XRP, I highly, highly doubt will surpass gold's market cap. And look, in 10 years, gold's market cap could have grown as well, right? Because more people can continue to grow in gold. So it's a sliding scale. So when you're talking about surpassing gold's market cap, well, as XRP's market cap grows, gold's market cap can grow as well, right? So you've got to take that into the equation as well. And just one last thing, and then I will stop. When we're talking about this $1,000, are we talking about hyperinflation? Because if you're talking about hyperinflation, then that takes the whole thing out the window. Because, yeah, what if it does reach $1,000, but because we're in hyperinflation, $1,000 does not equate to what $1,000 is in today's age, right? Like, let's say $1,000, it might be a thing where we're living in a world where, you know, bread starts to cost like $50, $100. And so, yes, XRP has reached $1,000, but it hasn't got the same value, the same buying power as what it would have in today's day and age, right? So that's another thing that we have to like take into consideration, because, you know, the dollar is getting really destroyed right now with the printing and whatnot. So these are things that we have to take into consideration as well as factors that could play a part in this. But yeah, I'll leave it there. But what do you guys think? XRP to reach $1,000. Do you agree with this? Do you think XRP can reach $1,000? And if so, how long do you think it will take for XRP to reach $1,000? Or do you not agree with this? Do you not think that XRP can reach $1,000? And if you don't think it can reach $1,000, what price do you think XRP can reach? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.